We want to find an equation of the line whose graph is perpendicular to the graph of 5x minus 7y equals 2 and passes through the point 6, negative 2. The first step in finding the equation of any line is to find the slope. To find the slope of our line, we need to either have 2 points with which we could use to calculate the slope, or we need to understand how the slopes of perpendicular lines are related. We should be familiar with the fact that perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. So if I can find the slope of the line 5x minus 7y equals 2, I would then be able to find its opposite reciprocal slope and use that for our line. The fastest way I know to find the slope of a line, if I know its equation, is to put that equation in slope-intercept form. So we'll begin by subtracting 5x from both sides of the equation, which will leave us with negative 7y equals negative 5x plus 2. And the final step will be to divide both sides of that equation by negative 7. Simplifying on the left, negative 7y over negative 7 is a y. On the right side, we need to remember to distribute the fact that we're dividing by negative 7 into both the negative 5x and the 2. Negative 5x divided by negative 7 becomes a positive 5/7 x, and 2 divided by negative 7 is a negative 2/7. From our work, we now can see the slope of the line that we want to be perpendicular to is 5/7. So if we want to be perpendicular to this, we need to be the opposite. Since that's a positive slope, our line needs to have a negative slope, and it needs to be the reciprocal. The 5/7 will then become a 7/5. So we know the slope of the line we are trying to find is negative 7/5. The second step is to now come up with the equation for the line. We do have two choices. We could choose to use point slope or slope intercept. Since I was not given the y-intercept for the graph, instead I was given the point 6, negative 2, I would choose to use the point slope form. So the point slope form of this line would become y minus the y value of negative 2 equals the slope negative 7/5 in parentheses x minus the x value of 6. Again, it's important to recognize y minus negative 2 was written down as y plus 2. So my answer is y plus 2 equals negative 7/5 in parentheses x minus 6. You could have chosen to instead use the slope intercept form, which would give you a slightly different looking version of the equation.